Hey everybody, so I'm going to go over this practice test with you real quick. Um, okay, so on it's either going to be, well, the next class meeting you're going to have the test. Okay, so if you look at the first one will be similar to this, where we have to find the missing angle inside the triangle. Remember, to find the one that's missing, the three angle measures have to add up to 180. So if we subtract out the ones we know, take out 65, take out 75, you'll be left with 40. And 40 is the angle that we're looking for. Okay, that's the one that's left over. That's the one we want. And here, all you have to do is type in 40. Okay, let's move on to the next one. And then the next one, just remember, think of it as in multiple parts. Find a triangle that you can solve. Like this one I can solve. I can solve it because right now I know those two angle measures, and I can find this one. I can find it the same way I solved number one, because the three angles have to equal 180. Again, if we subtract out the ones we know, we'll be left with the ones we're looking for. That's the one I'm left with. And when you subtract those, 180 minus 103 minus 47, I believe you get 30. So C is 30. Again, down here, all we're going to type in is 30. And then I'm going to clear this right now. Okay. If you need to pause it, but I'm going to clear it. Now I'm going to clear it to work the next ones. Now I pretty much solved this side. I know that one's 30. Now let's find out what angle A is. I know, or I can find angle A because it forms a linear pair with the angle that's 103. Remember, a linear pair looks like this. And that's pretty much what we got. Here's A, here's 103. Together, these two have to equal 180. So if I know if I want to find A, I just do 180 minus 103, and I get 77. Okay, 77. So I figured out A is 77. I'm going to put that here. And then now I can focus on the triangle that's on the left-hand side. Okay, there's three angles. The three angles add up to 180. If I want to find the one that's missing, I subtract out the ones I know. I know one is 52, and I know the other one is 77. If I subtract those two, I'll be left with B. And actually, I'll be left with 51, which is B. Okay, so we go ahead and put 51 here. Done. And again, if at any point, if you need to pause this or rewind it, just do that. I'm just going to keep trucking away. Clear everything. Let's move on to number 2 for 3. So for 3, the important thing here is we want this to be an isosceles triangle. Okay, and in an isosceles triangle, the two sides are equal. Really, we say congruent, but when we write equations, we use equal. Okay. So this is where some of you guys like fall off the track or just kind of make mistakes. Just remember, whenever you have variables on both sides of the equation, take the smaller one and eliminate that. So if I want to eliminate 4x, I'm going to subtract 4x to both sides of the equation. There's the equation, or the equal sign, right? Now if I look at the left-hand side, I have 10x, take away 4x, which is 6x. Bring down the 9, bring down the equal sign, that is 0. Bring down the 15. Now I'm left with 6x minus 9. And I want to get the x by itself, so I go plus 9 to both sides. That's 0. 6x on the left-hand side, bring down to x, 24 on the right-hand side. And at this point, you should just look at it and say, hey, I know what the answer is. X equals 4. Okay? But in our answer box, all we need to write is 4. And then the part B of that question is asking, what's the measure of the two side lengths? So now that we figured out that x is 4, I'm going to replace that x with 4. And when I do, it's going to look like this. 10 times 4 minus 9. Well, I know 10 times 4 is 40. And 40 take away 9 is 31. Okay, so 31 goes here. And it doesn't matter if I would have put x here or in this side. Still the same idea. 4 times 4 is 16. 16 plus 15 is 31. Okay, so those are the two answers for the third question. I'm going to clear that. And again, pause it if you need to pause it, and rewind it if you need to watch it again. I'm going to do this last one. I'm going to make this just a little bit bigger. And the last one, what I want to do is find the angle measures for this triangle that's in here. Okay, so I already know 82 up here. What I need to do, or what I want to do, is find out this one that's missing in here. To do that, I say, hey, that makes a linear pair with 113. Okay, so if I want to find that out, I do 180 minus 113. And this I don't have written down. So I know this side in here is 67 degrees. Now that's helpful because, watch, because now I can say if I focus on this triangle and this exterior angle, if you're able to extrapolate that or like take that out, this is what it looks like. Okay, that's the exterior angle. This one over here is 82 degrees. This one over here is 67 degrees. I can use the exterior angle theorem to figure out the value of x. And the exterior angle theorem tells me this exterior angle will equal the sum of the two non-adjacent interior angles. When you add those two, you get 149. And that is what you type in here, 149. And we're done. Pause it if you need to pause it. Go back at any point to see it again. Going kind of quick only because I'm limited to what I can upload on YouTube. I'm just going to verify this, submit it, and so we got 11 out of 11.